While people are still coming in and taking their seats, I'm going to go ahead and get started because we do have a full program this morning and lots of wonderful things to acknowledge. So, good morning. Although it seems impossible, the calendar insists that the 2018 academic year is drawing to a close. Personally, I'm not finished with the year, but I know I'm going to have to turn that page. I'm Margaret Latimer, the Vice President and Provost here at the Germantown campus at the Pinckney Innovation Complex for Science and Technology at Montgomery College, PIC-MC, and thank you for picking today to be here. It's my pleasure to welcome you on this gray on the outside but sunny on the inside morning to celebrate the work of this academic year, the hard work and the achievements of our colleagues. There's much to celebrate this morning. For the past 2 weeks, and with the big event yet to come, we have and we will celebrate our students' success, and there is much to celebrate there as well. But what we recognize today is the work that makes student success, endless possibilities, endless realities. Middle States, the Academic Master Plan, implementation efforts, the AMP-IMP, embedded coaches, DFWs, OERs, those songs that we've been singing all year, STAMP, the tireless and endless work that goes on to raise funds, to make necessary scholarships that truly make possibilities realities. These are in the ether. Inhale. And in that ceremonial tent on Friday, inhale again. In January, Dr. Pollard expressed the hope that we can all infuse something different or radical into our work. I know that many of you did. Many of you shared what you were doing, and thank you for that. And many of you I know I didn't hear from, but I know you did as well. This semester actually started with a desperate mother reaching out to me, and she was trying to get her daughter registered. Other plans had fallen through. It happened not through my efforts. I'm looking for the person who made that happen, and I'm not seeing him, but he knows who he is, and I know that many of you have done other things like that. The mother told me later, she's going to class, she's reading the newspaper. It was as if a miracle had occurred. And we know that they occur every day thanks to your efforts, so thank you. A full, rich program lies ahead, so enjoy the closing meeting, knowing that endings in academia are also beginnings. Our intersections with some students and with some colleagues may close, may end this week, but that set is never an empty set. I want to thank everyone who works to make this event possible, to ensure that all that happens today goes smoothly. I want to give a special thanks to the Germantown facilities team who have worked outside and inside to make the campus beautiful despite cranes in the air and orange fences. So thank you for that. It has been a tireless and ongoing effort with a few challenges this week due to the weather. And I want to put on my STEM provost hat for just a moment, and I know that Dr. Stewart will join me in thanking everyone here who advocated for and supported for the new Catherine and Ike Leggett Math and Science Building. That is a special victory this year. And to the central facilities team whose work, I was going to say has only just begun. It's continuing, and I know that it will truly be, your commitment is appreciated. We'll be watching for the cranes and those flexible orange fences on another campus soon. And now, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome to the podium the president of Montgomery College, Dr. Darian Pollard.
Good morning, everyone. There are lots of seats down right here in the middle. I know folks are looking for them as you trail in, and there's some on this end as well, on this side. People are looking for seats. Welcome and good morning. Absolutely delighted to be here on a rainy morning. I actually saw one of our colleagues come in with her galoshes, so I call them galoshes. What are they actually called? They call something trendy now. Jellies. Yeah, I saw her come with the jellies, which I thought was pretty smart. Given everything that is going on outside, lots and lots of rain coming in over the next couple of days. But this is certainly an eventful and wonderful time of the year for us at Montgomery College. On Friday, 2,700 graduates will receive their diplomas and/or certificates. Thousands will be transferring and thousands will be starting work or continuing work, and all of them will have new credentials and new potential for further studies or professional pathways. Whatever road that they choose as students, they have more opportunities now, and certainly that is a victory for all of us. Now, I just got back from this weekend of delivering a commencement address at the College of Lake County, where I worked for about 10 years, and it showed me something new about Montgomery College's diversity. And I don't just mean racial or ethnic diversity, but the sheer variety of life stories that take place at a college campus. One of our strengths is that so many of our students come to us with distinctive life journeys, and we meet them wherever they are. So surely there are a lot of our students who come to us who have very complex lives and whose experiences are ones that some of us can't even imagine. Also, some of us have lived those experiences as well. But these would not be necessarily unique if it weren't for the fact that there were so many of these different circumstances our students present with. For instance, Marcella, who is graduating on Friday, she earned a 3.9 GPA after arriving to this country from Colombia in 2014. Her academics were so strong that she earned a Montgomery College Foundation Scholarship and joined the Renaissance Scholars Program while also working in the college's Welcome Center. She majored in business, but when the time came to think about transfer, she was completely lost. She had no experience to fall back on. And she says, quote, "I had no idea how rigorous the process would be. I was in the dark." She credits the advising and attention of the Renaissance Scholar Honors Program in Germantown and Phi Theta Kappa in Rockville, specifically calling out Lucy Loft, Joan Nate, Christina Devlin, and Sue Adler with helping her apply to several competitive schools. She was accepted to her first choice, Smith College in Massachusetts, with a full scholarship. She plans to attend in the fall and major in economics. Wow, that's pretty impressive. What a pathway she's on. Another student, Marcus, came to my attention in a different way. He stood up to ask a question at the Presidential Dialogue Series, and my guest was Rob Green, the director of the Montgomery County Correctional Facility, where the college has served approximately 2,500 inmate learners in 2 years. Marcus says he was 24 years old and a broadcast media productions major at the college. He also told us that he had been a youth offender who had been incarcerated, which, for many teenagers, sets them up oftentimes for additional trouble. Instead, that experience was a wake-up call for him, and he decided to take control of his future. Upon his release, he enrolled at Montgomery College. He found a passion for filmmaking, and when I asked him if he had been treated any differently at the college because of his background, he said no. I am really, really thankful to Montgomery College's admissions process, where I felt like I was treated as if I'm any other person. It means a lot that I'm getting a second chance, and I'm trying to pay back Montgomery College for what they have done for me. Now, Marcus just finished 3 classes this spring, is already enrolled in 2 classes for the summer, and will take 3 more this fall. And it warms my heart to see how radical inclusive efforts have reached Marcus and helping him have a new chance at life. Now, I want to mention just one final student who is graduating with an Associates of Applied Science in Health Information Management. This is 24 years after taking her first class at Montgomery College. Her story is one that probably sounds very familiar to several of you. As a Haitian immigrant, she first enrolled in the American English Language program as a non-native speaker of English in 1994. One course at a time, she completed those requirements, then her English and math requirements as well. A family hardship interrupted her progress, and she had to stop taking classes for several years. And when she returned, her credits were out of date, and she had to repeat them. which she did all while working full-time and raising 2 children on her own. Michelle is very proud to be receiving on Friday her degree at age 55. She knows that it will help her in her professional opportunities at Adventist Healthcare, where she works, and she says persistence is what has driven her thus far. She has passed this lesson on to her 2 children, one of whom will be graduating by her side on Friday with his own degree and transferring to University of Baltimore to continue his studies. With a role model like that, I doubt that he will have much unsuccess in his future, because he has certainly seen someone who's worked hard. Persistence, or grit, as the contemporary literature calls it, is a trait that all of our students had. In the face of difficult obstacles, each one of them has kept moving forward, and each has found that the college was able to help them in some way or another, sometimes in several ways. Obviously, student effort is a strong part of these outcomes, but they could not have done it without the dedication and diligence of people in this room. Financial aid counselors, academic advisors, international student advisors, instructional faculty, and counseling faculty. The interventions that these students received made the difference in their completion or their failing or falling short. You are responsible for their success. And while we all play different roles at the college, I think we all work from the same extent from our heart. This is what makes Montgomery College what it is. That is what our Middle States team saw when they visited the college and commended us on our social justice commitment. It's what our student success scorecard is reflecting. It's what the growth of ACEs and APTA is proving. And it's the story that our students carry with them when they leave. When students are troubled and they're helped by a scholarship or a loaner laptop program or a mobile food market, they remember that. When students stay enrolled because a coach or advisor stepped in, she carries that story with her from every point forward. When a student passes over a developmental education course and gets some support to take credit level courses, he carries that story with him. Students don't always realize how much work has gone into these efforts and what those efforts are required. They just assume that these opportunities have always existed. But we know better, and that's a part of the story of our institution. Whether it's our falling DFW rates, or our new efficiencies in scheduling, or alternative placement programs, every step that we take is about the student experience. We work for students. This year, we also work for building more equity and inclusion in our classrooms and our workspaces, and I hope several of you took the opportunity to see the poster session that was at the top of the second floor. Very powerful work being done by group of faculty and staff who are serving on our Equity and Inclusion Task Force, and they have done exceptional work there. We started some important conversations about civility and fairness, and about what the college can do to increase opportunity for all employees. We've done some intentional work around planning for the future, taking the very first steps towards our new strategic plan. And in some way, these planning efforts start with all of us telling stories now that we want to be telling the college and telling our community in 6 years from now. We have to write those stories first. We have to sketch out our scorecard that shows academic progress across the board for students in all programs across the organization. And we have to describe a workforce where equity and inclusion are the drivers, and respectful dialogues are the norm. We have to explain how to balance our many student needs with long-range fiscal sustainability. This is the only way that I know how we can get to where we need to go. Tell the story, and then build the infrastructure and the processes to live those out. The filmmaker George Lucas said, quote, You can't do it unless you can imagine it. The college is at a crossroads now, I believe. We're already doing some pretty amazing things, but we need to imagine the next 5 years of the organization, our next chapter, per se, as a college. And I know that seems far away for some of us, but how quickly does 5 years actually go? Envisioning what this will look like would be the next phase of the work we do at the college. Then building on the foundations that we've already put in place and planning for the resources that we will need to actualize them will be our next set of goals. These are the elements we will all be exploring over the next 6 months at the college. And I look forward to seeing what is born out of our collective imagination as we think about how we can impact further our students' lives and ensuring that they're actually at the center of everything that we do. On Friday, we'll have the opportunity to celebrate some of the lives that we've already touched, and I hope to see many of you there to celebrate those students. It is my pleasure now to introduce Steve Kane, who will come in and offer a series of awards that we have within the organization today. Good morning and thank you.
Well, good morning. Happy end of the semester to you. It's my pleasure to celebrate employees who have received Team Effort Awards this year. The purpose of the Team Effort Award is to recognize the accomplishments of college community members who achieve something special by working as a team. The work must be beyond the scope of regular duties, and project team members must demonstrate successful collaboration. We have 15 Team Effort Awards to announce today. I will share a brief description of each award while the names of awardees are displayed above. I will not read the names of all of the awardees, but know that you are deeply appreciated. Awardees will receive a special certificate in the coming week. This is our opportunity to say thank you to many wonderful people who were involved in impressive efforts during the year. So our first Team Effort Award is for the $20 million fundraising milestone. As of April, the development staff has raised over $20 million in philanthropy for just the second time ever in a Montgomery College campaign. You may recall the goal is to raise $30 million by 2020 to support strategic plan initiatives. The team works directly with donors as well as internal groups to ensure donations are supporting strategic plan goals. Let's give them a big hand. Our next award is for the Amazon headquarters proposal. If Amazon should locate its second headquarters in Montgomery County, we expect to see expanded employment opportunities as well as other benefits for our students, such as partnerships and internships. This group collaborated to provide a detailed 60-page proposal to the county with information about the college within a week. Thank you and congratulations. The next is for the Paraprofessional Teacher Education Program for MCPS. Montgomery County Public Schools issued a request for proposals last October to select institutions of higher education to collaborate in providing educational opportunities for support professionals to become classroom teachers. The MC team applied a social justice lens and responded with an impressive proposal demonstrating the college's ability to deliver a rigorous education preparation program. The Board of Education approved a contract with MC this year. We look forward to helping MCPS prepare a diverse group of teachers for Montgomery County. Congratulations and thank you. The next award goes to the Reaccreditation Steering Committee for the nursing program. The nursing program is accredited by the Accreditation Commission for Nursing in Education and approved by the Maryland Board of Nursing. For nearly 3 years, the Reaccreditation Steering Committee worked to assure compliance with Commission standards and Nursing Board criteria. The final report was comprehensive and exceeded the expectations of the site visit team. The nursing program had a successful site visit and has been recommended for continued accreditation and Nursing Board approval. Congratulations and thank you. The next is for the Math Pathways redesign. This group designed a developmental math curriculum which optimizes the potential of each student to complete a credit math class as part of a degree or other credential. The group researched best practices in developmental math education and developed a new developmental course structure based on a co-requisite curriculum model which has proven successful in increasing student completion of college-level math courses and persistence to a degree. The new structure will be in place to impact student success this fall. Congratulations and thank you. The next award goes to the Biology Food Basket team. In an effort to meet basic needs of struggling MC students, faculty and staff established the Biology Food Basket at the Rockville campus. Contributions of food as well as feminine hygiene products demonstrate the department's commitment to serving not only the academic needs, but also the fundamental needs of students. This highly successful initiative was in response to Sarah Goldrick-Rab's talk at the college last August, right here in this room. Congratulations and thank you to this team. The next award is for the Raptors Rising team. The Office of Recruitment piloted an initiative called Raptors Rising at 3 high schools, Northwest, Northwood, and Quince Orchard. Students were able to apply to MC, learn about academic offerings and financial aid, and meet faculty and staff. One student at each school also walked away with a $500 scholarship to MC. Raptors Rising supports our recruit to retain philosophy by exposing students to academics, financial aid, the student experience, and other support programs and services while still in high school. Congratulations and thank you. The next award goes for the 4th annual mass casualty drill at the Tacoma Park campus. MC students and employees, along with Montgomery County Fire and Rescue paramedics and ambulances, conducted a drill in April to practice working with victims of an earthquake. Participants used moulage, which is a French word for gross makeup, to simulate real injuries so that students could experience the lifelike environment of caring for critically injured patients. This activity prepares students for working in healthcare teams in life-threatening situations. Congratulations and thank you. The next award goes for the team that worked on the U.S. Department of Labor site visit. In February, the college hosted a highly successful visit from 8 U.S. Department of Labor staff. The college has received nearly $28 million in labor grant funds in the past several years, so the visit offered an opportunity to showcase our innovative programs in IT and cybersecurity, our industry partnerships, and our leading-edge instructional practices. This college-wide team provided support for the visit, from planning, procurement, grants management, instruction, finance, security, media, and operations. Team members dealt flexibly and professionally with last-minute changes and issues, going above and beyond to demonstrate to our funders and community the best in Raptor spirit and teamwork. Congratulations and thank you. Our next team award goes to self-study co-chairs. I'm going to break my rule and actually read these names for you. So, Dr. Eric Benjamin, Dr. Melissa Gregory, and Professor Tammy Peary, we cannot thank you enough. For nearly 3 years, working countless hours, these 3 individuals served as the leadership team, guiding and directing the college's self-study process. which included overseeing the process for conducting research, analyzing data, developing the draft report, and preparing the final report. Their scope of work included hosting focus groups and listening sessions and providing comprehensive institutional briefings to the president, the board of trustees, the senior administrative leadership team, and the entire college community. Their extraordinary leadership was essential for our successful completion of the reaccreditation process. Congratulations and thank you. The next one, a related team, the Self-Study Steering Committee. Since spring 2015, collectively, this group of faculty and staff met and collaborated with each other and numerous college stakeholders to conduct research, analyze data, and prepare the college's self-study report. As a steering committee, their work has been critical in our successfully accomplishing the reaccreditation process. The final self-study report produced a thorough accounting of the college and diligently addressed the areas of potential growth for ensuring student success through social justice and innovation. Congratulations and thank you. And then there was the visit. This team, the largest recognized today, is the Self-Study Evaluation Team Visit Team. They flawlessly handled the many and changing logistical details before and during the Middle States Self-Study Preliminary Visit and Evaluation Team Visit. The scope of this work included designing a self-study logo and report, printing and production, strategic communications, facilities management, and coordination. Safe, patient, professional transportation during the visits, IT strategies, design, coordination, and comprehensive support services, and production of a live webcast of the evaluation team's chair's exit interview, something required because of the snow day that closed the college. The team award includes several people who have been involved with the college's self-study process since 2015, and those who provided support, some with less than 24 hours notice in the midst of inclement weather. Congratulations and thank you. The next recognition is for the team that worked on the Career Success Starts at Montgomery College. Our new marketing campaign, Career Success Starts at MC, involved the collaboration of numerous staff members. The campaign produced new TV and digital video spots, new social media videos, and new ads for digital, social media, and print. The campaign raised visibility for the college and informed prospective students about how MC can help them reach their goals. Videos featured alumni employed in various fields to showcase a variety of successful career options. Congratulations and thank you. The next team recognition is for the MC Athletics coverage. MCTV strives to tell the stories of our many incredible scholar athletes. In recent years, many athletic teams have enjoyed success in regional and national tournaments, and MCTV has been there to capture their feats. From live game coverage that airs on cable, online, and Facebook Live, to Raptor Report highlights, MCTV has provided students a forum in which to shine. Athletes use MCTV videos to compete for transfer scholarships, and coaches use them to recruit. MCTV staff have gone above and beyond to support MC Athletics. Congratulations and thank you. And our final recognition today is for the digital signage team. Until recently, digital signage at Montgomery College was siloed with little ability to share information between campuses or across the college. The look and feel of the displays varied greatly from one screen to another. Now, our 110 digital displays operate college-wide through a single system that delivers a unified visual message. Students have access to clear messaging as well as real-time shuttle bus and ride-on bus schedules, upcoming events, news tickers, emergency information, and the college's social media feeds. Congratulations and thank you. All right, so that concludes our team effort awards for the year. Let's give everybody recognized a big round of applause. Thank you so much for everything you've done. It's now my pleasure to introduce College Council Chair, Mr. David Anthony.
Thank you, Dr. Kane. Good morning, everyone. It is my honor and pleasure to recognize the faculty, staff, and students who served in governance this year. As the slides flip through and you search for your favorite governance member, I'll give you some highlights. It's been an interesting and productive year for governance. The College Council received 18 recommendations this year, and 15 were passed along to the President's office for consideration. A governance communications plan was established that identifies various communication resources, and a plan was framed on how best to utilize those resources. Part of the plan was using digital signage on the campuses, and you might have seen the reminders to nominate and vote in the governance elections. Maybe, and maybe not coincidentally, there was a record number of nominations this year. The staff, council, and the chairs of the campus councils made short videos talking about their experience in governance. The videos were linked on Inside MC. You will see more videos from governance next year, so stay tuned. Now, if you've ever been to a college council meeting, you know that we sit at tables arranged in a U. I'll call it the horseshoe. And human nature is funny. And I know that those who spend time in a classroom see this phenomenon too. Someone will pick a seat on the first day of class and will return to that seat throughout the semester. This is true of meetings as well. And of course, there is always a maverick who will move from seat to seat, which throws my OCD completely in a tiz. College Council did have a maverick from time to time, but for the most part, everyone sat in his or her self-assigned seat. So with your kind indulgence, here are this year's highlights from around the horseshoe. So starting on my left, all the way at the tip, Paige Wittenberg and Dan Santor, Faculty Council co-chairs. Paige and Dan are a great team. Both are ardent defenders of faculty representation and governance and passionate about student success. The Faculty Council presented 2 recommendations this year, and one recommendation sparked a very interesting debate about the quorum rule and how it translates from the governance constitution to the council bylaws. In my 4 years on the College Council, we have had discussions about what wasn't in the Constitution, but never a serious discussion about interpretation of what was in the Constitution. It was a fascinating discussion, one that I very much enjoyed. Next, Shane Doyle, Staff Council Chair, and Shane is the 2018-2019 College Council Vice Chair. Shane and I had many long phone conversations about Staff Council and College Council matters. Shane thoroughly enjoys serving in governance and has a deep desire to understand all issues about a recommendation before he presents or votes. He served as a de facto parliamentarian and gently pointed out some procedural missteps I made a couple of times this year. The Staff Council presented 6 recommendations, all passed. They had successful Staff Enrichment Day, and as you heard in Dr. Pollard's State of the College address, a student impact statement was included in all their recommendations. This practice was adopted by the College Council and is a required addition to all recommendations made to the College Council and passed to the President's office. Rich Sokovnik, Employee Services Chair. Rich was the scientist on the council. Rich is very thoughtful and provided very logical input on many of our discussions. From time to time, when things weren't going well, I would mention that the Earth must be rotating off its axis. Rich would politely remind me that that was impossible for the Earth to rotate off its axis, and possibly it was my axis that was off. And he did that more than once, by the way. The Employee Services Council presented 2 recommendations. The recommendation that passed looks to increase from 1 to 2 part-time faculty representatives on each of the 4 functional councils. The Employee Services Council also collaborated with the Staff Council and the Senior Vice President for Administrative and Fiscal Services to begin a review of recommendations resulting from a benchmarking study on telework. Tanya Baker, Germantown Campus Council Chair and the College Council Secretary this year. Anyone who has worked with Tanya knows that you can count on her to get things done well, on time, and with the utmost professionalism. Tanya always came to our college officers' meetings prepared with a deep understanding of the issues. Tanya is an incredible multitasker. She was able to take exemplary meeting notes, which is important for me, by the way, and stay engaged and participate in the recommendation discussions. The Germantown Campus Council worked on a laundry list of concerns. Some of the formal actions taken were the installation of microwaves built into a cabinet with counter space and a paper towel dispenser in the BE building. And you know, that's really important. They developed and implemented a policy and procedure for replacing toner in the printers in the general use classrooms on the Germantown campus and requested hardware to display student artwork in the BE building. And that project is currently in progress. Kathy Giovanetti, Academic Services Council Chair, College Council Vice Chair, Communications Committee Chair. Kathy was busy. Kathy is an experienced hand in MC governance, having served on the Staff Senate for many years, and has been elected College Council Chair for the 2018-2019 year. Kathy is fiercely loyal to MC and the governance system. Always prepared for discussions, Kathy was my right hand this year. I was lucky to have her insight and counsel. Academic Services Council presented 2 recommendations to College Council. The Exam Weekend Study Program, also known as Super Sunday, and an application fee waiver for students who are going from credentialing to a credit program. The Super Sunday recommendation was accepted and is looking to be enhanced on all 3 campuses. The application fee waiver recommendation is under consideration. The Academic Services Council also collaborated with the functional and student councils to provide support for council actions. Sharon Fechter and Dorothy Umans, Administrator Council. The Administrator Council had 2 chairs this year. Sharon Fechter started the year as chair, served for about half the year, and had to step down when she became the interim provost at the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. Dorothy Umans then got the call, and Dorothy dutifully served out the latter half of the year. Having Sharon and Dorothy on the council brings an important perspective to discussions. Insights that only people in their position would think of or know about sometimes change the course of discussions and votes. The knowledge that both Sharon and Dorothy shared at the meetings was invaluable. The Administrator Council presented a recommendation for the college to implement a confidential online grievance complaint process. The resolution passed unanimously. I think it was the first, in my years of governance, this is 5, I think it was the first Administrator Council recommendation presented to and passed by the College Council. Good work. Patricia Lane, Patrick Feehan, Operational Services Council. This was the toughest gig in governance this year. The Operational Services Council actually had 3 chairs. Ed Riggs was chair until he had to step down when he became the interim dean of Visual Performing and Media Arts. Then Patricia Lane, the Operational Services Council vice chair, became chair, and unfortunately she had to step down because of illness. And then Patrick Feehan was next up. Patrick came to College Council engaged and ready to participate. Operational Services Council dealt with several constituent concerns throughout the year. Ernest Cartledge, Student Services and Success Council, Nominations and Elections Committee Chair. Ernest is another seasoned hand at governance, having served on the College Council 3 times, his first year as secretary. This year, Ernest served as the Nomination and Elections Committee Chair. He was instrumental in assisting the Director of Governance with another successful voting cycle. The Student Services and Success Council heard and responded to constituent concerns about such topics as DACA, student club hours, the opioid crisis, and security issues in the Tacoma Park Silver Spring parking garage. Marcella Karp, we're going around this side of the horseshoe now. Marcella Karp, Rockville Campus Council. Marcella came to the council with a smile and ready to work. I think Marcella seconded more motions this year than any other council member. As you know, a motion needs a second in order to be discussed, and Marcella was curious to see which way a discussion would go. Ever inquisitive, Marcella made sure she understood the details of a subject before she cast her vote. The Rockville Campus Council heard and responded to concerns regarding space utilization in a new parking garage, accessibility concerns around the construction of the new campus center building, and the council was heavily involved in the Ask Me program on campus. Talandra Rhine, Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. Talandra is another veteran of governance. She has twice been the Tacoma Park Silver Spring Campus Council Chair, the Secretary of the College Council, and Chair of Staff Enrichment Day 2017. Talandra is a quiet, extremely capable leader who is fiercely loyal to the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus community. Talandra is stepping out of governance for next year, and this is a loss not only for the Tacoma Park Silver Spring Council, but the community that she so ably represents. The Tacoma Park Silver Spring Campus Council addressed 19 constituent concerns, held a chat and lunch event with campus student leaders, hosted 2 information tables for middle states, initiated and participated in the creation of the new Tacoma Park Silver Spring outdoor space, which had its ribbon cutting on May the 2nd. Talandra was very proud of that. Anik Tenchu, Student Council Chair. It's so interesting for me to watch how the student council chairs interact with the rest of the college council. At the first meeting, there's that feeling of apprehension, what did I get myself into moment. Then as the meetings pass and everyone settles into the routine of governance life, there is the feeling of belonging. I think this was true of an experience this year. I attended a few student council meetings, and with each meeting, I saw Anik and her fellow council members grow with confidence and determination. They were so confident and so determined that they presented 8 recommendations to the college council. 7 recommendations were passed on to the president's office and are now being considered. They responded to constituent concerns regarding seat capacity, hours of operation, and scheduling issues on the shuttle bus. That recommendation is pending. They also heard there was a need for extended library hours during finals week. The recommendation was adopted immediately and was put into place on a trial basis Monday through Thursday during this past finals week. Joel Martinez, WDNCE Campus Council. Joel sat all the way at the end on the right side of the U. Lastly, and certainly not least, Joel's seat, like I said, was on the far end of the horseshoe. He sat in the same spot every meeting, Mr. Dependable. Kept my OCD in check. Joel would come to the meetings in a good mood, ready to get to the business of the day with a confident smile. At a few meetings throughout the year, we would work our way around the horseshoe, and each council chair would report on what their council was working on and what recommendations we might see in an upcoming meeting. A few meetings into the year, we went around the shoe for the first time. Joel, with a big grin and with schoolboy excitement, reported that WDNCE Council was working on a recommendation. Joel knew that if they could get this recommendation done, it would be the first standalone recommendation presented to the College Council in governance history. They did, and the recommendation was flawless. It followed the prescribed format, had extremely well-written background information, and contained a short and to-the-point motion, which if you've ever been to a meeting and had a motion presented, you know that that is important. It was a work of governance art and a model for recommendations going forward. The recommendation to expand the criteria for hiring student assistants to include non-credit students who are currently enrolled and have completed at least 45 instructional hours within the previous fiscal year passed unanimously. Well done, WDNCE Council. Lastly, I would like to thank Dr. Tacey Holliday for her hard work and her dedication to making governance work. To the new co-chairs of governance, Dr. Clevette Ridgard and Mr. Brad Pavian, thanks for stepping up and continuing the forward progress. To the council liaisons, Drs. Kane, Brown, Rye, Warmack, Mr. Sears, Provosts Kelly, Latimer, Stewart, Fector, and Payne, thanks for your guidance and support. And to the faculty, staff, and students who came to a meeting, discussed a concern with a council member, nominated a peer, and voted in the governance election, you helped make this year a success. Through governance, you all use your voice to make MC a great place to learn, to work, and to grow. I'll see you all at graduation. Have a great summer. And now, please join me in welcoming Dr. Janet Wormack, Senior Vice President for Administrative and Fiscal Services.
I must go off script just slightly because I really want to give a warm and grateful thanks to Tanner Ray and the librarians and the library support staff. They heard about the recommendation to extend the hours during a final exam, and they made it happen within a 2-week turnaround. And I thank Dr. Rye for, of course, making sure that we provided the food, because he thought that the students needed food during their stay there. So we hope to extend that again next year. So I just want to thank him for that work. Appreciate that, Tanner. So today I'm announcing the NISOD Awards. As you know, established in 1991, the National Institute of Staff and Organizational Development promotes and celebrates excellence in teaching, learning, and leadership at community colleges, and recognizes the extraordinary contributions that our employees make to our students and colleagues. This is especially important as we navigate the complex issues and constant change we see in the higher education continuum. You know that employees are our #1 asset, and your ongoing contributions towards student success is greatly appreciated. As recipients of the Montgomery College Outstanding Faculty Service Award or Outstanding Staff Award from the past year, you are receiving broader recognition for your accomplishments through NISOD. So please join me in recognizing our 2018 NISOD Excellence Award recipients. Please stand when I call your name. Leah Allen, Professor Biology. Michael Anthony, Instructional Lab Coordinator, Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Nicholas Batselos, our Accountant 2 in Advancement and Community Engagement, the Foundation Finance Office. Connie Beasley, Project and Planning Analyst for the Office of Information Technology. Roberta Buckberg, Job Opportunity Coordinator, Student Development. Thank you. Henry Calberio, Professor, English Language for Academic Purposes, Linguistics, and Communication Study. Robert Carroll, Adjunct Faculty Business. Brooke Crothers, Senior, Administrative Aide 3 in the Office of the Deans on the Rockville campus. John Diamond, Instructional Lab Coordinator, Community Arts. Mohabullah Duran, Adjunct Faculty, Engineering and Computer Science. James Fergal, Adjunct Faculty, History. Christina Gentile, Professor, World Languages and Philosophy. Robin Goldstein, Adjunct Professor, Psychology. Gustavus Griffin, Counselor, Professor in Student Development. Peter Hanley, Project Manager 2 in Facilities and Public Safety. Shinta Hernandez, Professor, Sociology, Anthropology, and Criminal Justice. Vincent Intondi, Professor, Humanities. Lori Kelman, Professor, Chemical and Biological Sciences. Jeffrey Miller, Adjunct Faculty, Lifelong Learning, Workforce Development, and Continuing Education. Rachel Endone, Professor, Chemistry. Nancy Newton, Special Programs Coordinator, Workforce Development and Continuing Education. Kathleen O'Toole, Administrative Aide 3 in the Office of the Dean's Rockville Campus. John Riedel, Professor, History and Political Science. Jack Sally, Counselor, Professor, Student Development. Douglas J. Smith, Adjunct Faculty, Counselor, Student Development. Solomon Teklai, Professor, Physical Science and Chemistry. Rebecca Thomas, Professor, Biology. Mitchell Tropin, Adjunct Faculty, Communication. Ala Webb, Professor, Engineering, Physical and Computer Sciences. And Lane Xiong, Professor, Physics, Engineering and Geosciences. Thank you all, and congratulations to our 2018 NISOD Excellence Awards recipients. You will receive your certificate in the mail, so thank you very much. And now I'd like to call to the podium Mr. David Sears, our Senior Vice President for Advancement and Community Engagement, as he announces the Foundation Innovation Grants.
Raquel said that she'd be Vanna White today, so thanks, Raquel. So before we get started, how about a couple thank yous to Raquel Benet and Stacy Miller for their work in putting on today's event. Thank you. Also make a shameless plug for fundraising today. Next week we have a great event. It's our dog fishing for scholarships through our Alumni Association. Come on out May 22nd, come to Dogfish Head Ale House for lunch, dinner, happy hour, whatever you want to call it. But come support our students, because every part of the proceeds from buying food and drinks there are going to go back to scholarships for our students, and we'd love to have you there, so please come. Okay, with that, today's about celebration. It's about what's great about Montgomery College, and when you're a fundraiser and you have to raise money, there's nothing better than being able to be the person that gets to announce how we give it away. And today, thanks to Dr. Pollard and the Carnegie Corporation Academic Leadership Award funds of over $200,000, we were able to do the innovation grants. And just want to thank Clavette and her team that had to make some really hard decisions about 39 different proposals for this $200,000. And so out of that, we've come up with 6 awardees. These are the best of the best. And with that, all of these funds basically go towards projects and initiatives for our faculty, staff, administrators, and students, for new initiatives for student success, student completion, and for equity. So our first awardee is our largest one. With a $100,000 award, Acceleration of Graduation, Graduation Surge, Elena Science, and Jebet Lozapone. Our next award, love this one, is Exploring Careers Through Service. It's a $16,784 award, and that was submitted by Lucy Vitaliti and Nick Shushka. Our next award is in the humanities. It's Interdisciplinary Humanities Innovation Labs. It's submitted by Leah Schneider. It's a $6,050 award. Our fourth award is $18,200, and that's for lessons learned building a culture of evidence at Pierce College, an ATD Leader School, submitted by John Hammond and Bess Vincent. So these two don't get to go anywhere. Very industrious. So with the math placement project, $6,000, submitted by John Hammond and Bess Vincent. Congratulations. All right, and last, but certainly not least, ultimate flexibility and access with HighFlex courses. This was a great one. $33,850, submitted by Glenda Hernandez-Baca and Buddy Muse. Just want to say a thank you, too, to Pete. He always makes us look good in those photos, so we appreciate it. The other part of my job today is to announce the Outstanding Staff Awards. As Staff Council Liaison, one of my favorite things to do is to see how our staff grow and evolve, and these are, again, the best of the best from our staff for this year. So with that, we ask our first Outstanding Staff Awardee is Michael Anthony, Instructional Lab Coordinator. We'll schedule a separate photo op with him. Our second Outstanding Staff Awardee, Catherine Baugh, Project Manager. Our next one is Connie Beasley, Project and Planning Analyst. It'll be a group separate opportunity. This is one of my favorite ones, someone that's worked with us for a long time in advancement and does a great job in the community, Gloria Bonilla. All right, this person doesn't have to go far. Raquel Benet, Administrative Aide. This person's been recognized earlier today, but definitely deserves it again. Brooke Carruthers, Administrative Aide. Our next Outstanding Staff Awardee is John Deeman, Instructional Lab Coordinator. So our next one has been phenomenal with our move to the Central Services Building. He's done everything possible to help my division with our crazy, unusual requests in the facility, Ali Fado. So this person, next person, started in our unit in advancement and community engagement and was a rising star from the start. Brittany Green, Administrative Aide. next outstanding staff awardee, William Henley, Construction Services Manager. Our next outstanding staff awardee, Sudha Kuni Krishnan, Instructional Associate. Our next outstanding staff awardee, Betsy Leonard, Administrative Aide. Again, this is another person who's been always helpful with us in advancement when we've had to deal with donors and facilities. Russell Peterson, Facilities Administrative and Operations Manager. Our next outstanding staff awardee, Gretchen Rimkus, Project Manager. Our next outstanding staff awardee is Troy Shaw, Administrative Aide. And this is somebody, our last awardee is somebody who always greets me with a smile, is our outstanding staff awardee. The last one is Jackie Zapala, Executive Associate. All right, how about one last big round of applause for our outstanding staff awardees. With that, I'm pleased to introduce our next two presenters, which is Dr. Sanjay Rai, Senior VP for Academic Affairs, and Dr. Monica Brown, Senior Vice President for Student Affairs.
Good morning. Dr. Brown and I are deeply honored to present Faculty Excellence Awards, and these awards are in the categories of excellence in teaching, excellence in scholarship and professional development, and excellence in service to the institution and to the community. So let's start with the excellence in service to the institution and or to the community. These awards identify outstanding faculty who have a proven track record of service to the discipline, college, or to the community. Service to the college enables the college to achieve its goal with greater efficacy, to provide the best education possible for our students, and to help the students achieve success. Faculty contributions to the community are valued because they enrich our community, of which we are an integral part. For our first award for excellence in service, please welcome Professor Heather Satram as she joins here on the stage. Professor Satram is a member of the faculty of the English Language for Academic Purposes program at the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. According to her colleagues, Heather has a presence on our campus that radiates far beyond her position in the E-Lab department. Heather's energy, positivity, and focus have likely had an impact on every person on our campus. We are the better for her presence. Congratulations, Professor Satram. Next, I would like to invite Professor Hannah Weiser to join us. Professor Weiser is a member of the Faculty in Business Administration on the Rockville campus. Her nominator points out a repeating pattern of excellence in teaching and excellence in service to the students. She's a co-coordinator of the Student Business Club, a co-coordinator of the Raptor Tank Business Pitch Competition, and the creator of the Montgomery College Business Student Orientation. And her focus is always on how to enrich student experience. Congratulations, Professor Weiser. Our next two awards are Excellence in Scholarly or Professional Accomplishments for full-time faculty. This award identifies outstanding faculty who have written books or scholarly articles or who are distinguished leaders in their profession or discipline and who, as a result of this scholarly or professional activity, have contributed significantly to their discipline and brought distinction to their field or discipline or to the college. Our first awardee, Dr. Cyrus McFoy. Dr. McFoy, please join us on the stage. Dr. McFoy is a member of the faculty teaching chemistry and biology on the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. He has reviewed scientific textbooks, is a long-standing reviewer for 3 scientific journals, and has written several grants. For more than 10 years, he has supervised student research at Montgomery College on the topic of antifungal and antibacterial activities of plant oils. Congratulations, Dr. McFoy. Our next 2 awards recognize excellence in scholarly and professional accomplishments by part-time faculty. Please welcome Professor Victoria Baldasno to the stage. Oh. Okay, so now I would like to ask Professor Linda Robinson to come forward. Thank you. Professor Robinson is a counselor on the Rockville campus. Professor Robinson is a recipient of several Make It Happen innovation grants focused on designing ways to serve first-generation college students, learners of English as a second language, and international students. A student of Professor Robinson said, "Professor Robinson delighted each time I achieved something. She laughed with me, cried with me, and talked to me with great willingness. The day I received my degree at MC, I dedicated it to Professor Robinson." Professor Robinson is an invaluable human being who continues to be my guide and inspiration in my life. She has taught me one more time that despite the circumstances, we can go very far and keep going. Congratulations, Professor Robinson. Now, our next 2 awards recognize excellence in scholarly or professional accomplishments for part-time faculty. Please welcome Professor Victoria Baldasno to the stage. Professor Baldasno has been teaching English courses on the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus for over a decade. Her department chairs and coordinators all have marveled at how she never loses a student and how she has consistently maintained a high level of quality in her teaching. Congratulations, Professor Baldasno. Now I'd like to invite Professor Richard Godfrey to join us. Professor Godfrey has been teaching at Montgomery College since 2000, including courses like Principles of Accounting 1, Principles of Accounting 2, and Cost Accounting. Professor Godfrey's innovative techniques for the classroom involves the implementation of reflective learning in the classroom, such as requiring students write a chapter outline for each textbook chapter. One student explained how Professor Godfrey would use his hobby for cars for accounting examples. which took a serious topic and made it fun. Outside the college, Dr. Professor Godfrey has been the Controller Director of Finance and Administration for the past 15 years for small to medium-sized companies for various industries in the DC metro area. He has also worked with nonprofit organizations for 6 years, including such companies as National 4-H Council, the Children's Law Center, and Best Friends Foundation. And I should also add that he tutors in our accounting tutoring lab, and he's also an embedded coach for accounting classes. Congratulations, Professor Godfrey. The next awardees are acknowledged for excellence in teaching or excellence in counseling, advising for full-time faculty. This award identifies outstanding faculty who have a proven track record as exceptional teachers or counselors advisors with a positive, inspiring, and long-lasting effect on students and their learning, who demonstrate a belief in the potential of students to learn, to fulfill their potential, and to excel, and who have provided extraordinary or unique contributions to excellence in teaching. This award serves to promote teaching or counseling advising excellence and to demonstrate the excellence that characterizes the entire Montgomery College faculty. Please welcome Professor Joanne Carl. Professor Carl teaches media arts on the Rockville campus. Her students gain real-world experience through projects designed to promote the college and its many functions. Successful video projects that aired on MCTV include anti-smoking and public service announcements. Students have created promotional videos for Combat to College, the music department, math club, important, construction management, athletics, and many, many others. Congratulations, Professor Carl. Next, I would like to invite Professor Terry Hurst to join us. Professor Hurst teaches English and reading on Rockville campus. In her years of service to Montgomery College, Professor Hurst has improved reading, writing, and non-cognitive skills of Montgomery College's most vulnerable population of students. In addition to advancing for rigorous reading and writing curriculum and instruction for developmental students, Professor Hurst has been on the leading edge of accelerating capable developmental students into credit-level coursework through integrated models. In all of Professor Hurst's work at MC, teaching, counseling, advising, and committee membership, Professor Hurst remains an example of excellence to her peers and one of the most caring and hardworking teachers a student will ever encounter. Congratulations, Professor Hurst.
Good morning, everyone. So it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Valerie Lance to join us. Dr. Lance teaches biology on the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. She is, according to one of her students, the epitome of what a good instructor should be. Someone who is committed to and cares about their students and the material they are teaching. She's committed to their work and ready to go that extra mile. Impactful and competent, a great representation of the excellence that Montgomery College strives for. Congratulations, Dr. Lance. Next up, I'd like to invite Dr. Michelle Moran to the stage. I will read in her absence. Dr. Moran teaches history and political science on the Rockville campus. She is a dedicated educator. She believes that our students should hone their skills of critical reading, writing, and thinking, and should develop their social responsibilities and self-awareness of their link to the past and their place in today's world. Her students simply adore her and enjoy her class. Congratulations, Dr. Moran. Now I ask Dr. Isrit Rahman to join us here. Dr. Rahman is a member of the biology faculty on the Rockville campus. According to a recommender, one of the most creative of my colleagues, whose talents as a biologist and educator make her a valuable member of our teaching faculty. She is dedicated to student learning and devoted to teaching excellence. She has had students create videos about concepts, model processes using items such as zippers and clamps, and has had students take on the identity of a bacterial species throughout microbiology. Congratulations, Dr. Ray. Let's see if we can top that. Let's now welcome Dr. Tracy Smith Bryant. Dr. Smith Bryant is a member of the psychology faculty on the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. She exemplifies not only outstanding teaching, but also outstanding dedication to the college. Dr. Smith Bryant is a model for excellence in teaching, scholarly work, and student advocacy. Her peers commend her for adapting and creating pedagogy to best fit the changing and diverse population at Montgomery College. As one of her recommenders notes, Dr. Smith Bryant's dedication to the college's mission of empowering our students to change their lives is evident in every aspect of her work. Congratulations, Dr. Smith Bryant. Okay, next up, I invite Professor Anthony Solano to join us. Professor Solano is a counselor on the Germantown campus who has a wonderful rapport with his students and supports a classroom of accountability and creativity. A student noted, Professor Solano has been an amazing teacher and mentor. During times when I was facing hard decisions in determining what to do with my future academic career, Professor Solano was there with a listening ear and offering his insight and guidance. He helped me address my concerns I had academically and personally. His kindness and wisdom extended far beyond the classroom. Congratulations, Professor. Next up, please welcome Dr. Ernestine Theophile Lafon to join us. Dr. Theophile Lafon is a member of the communications faculty on the Rockville campus. As one of her former students noted, she is a dedicated educator and a shining example to all students striving for academic excellence. Dr. Theophile Lafon demonstrates excellence in teaching, scholarship, and college-wide service. She has served on multiple committees devoted to curriculum development and pedagogy. Her remarkable talent as a communicator deserves recognition as she advocates for students and for her fellow faculty members. Congratulations. Please welcome Professor Alice Wang to the stage. Professor Wang is a member of the mathematics faculty on the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. As noted by a former student, Alice Wang is the best professor I've ever had in my life. And I've already finished my Bachelor of Science degree from an Ivy League. I swear to God, you are lucky to have her here. Congratulations, Professor. Our next award recognizes excellence in teaching or excellence in counseling for part-time faculty. This award identifies outstanding part-time faculty who have a proven track record as exceptional teachers with a positive, inspiring, and long-lasting effect on students and their learning, who demonstrate a belief in the potential of students to learn, to fulfill their potential, and to excel, and who have provided extraordinary or unique contributions to excellence in teaching and counseling. This award serves to promote teaching, counseling excellence, and to demonstrate the excellence that characterizes the entire Montgomery College part-time faculty. Please welcome Professor Caroline Bushey to the stage. Professor Bushey has worked with the TESOL training program in MC's Workforce Development and Continuing Education Unit since its inception in 2009. Her expertise was such that while Professor Bushey was chosen to teach in the program, she was also selected to help with the design of its Methods of English to Students of Other Languages course. From a former student, she is phenomenal. She engaged, observed, provided feedback throughout instruction that was comfortable. Yet she challenged us as adult learners. Kudos to her teaching style, which encompassed all objectives. Congratulations. Next, I'd like to invite Professor Virginia Streamer to join us. Professor Streamer has been a part-time faculty member in Montgomery College's English department since 2006, teaching both face-to-face and online courses. She has contributed to the college with her involvement in a number of areas, such as the development of the e-portfolio pilot and its integration into general studies classrooms. She exemplifies the best of what we are celebrating: collegiality, continued commitment to growth, concern and support for students, civility, collaboration, and respect, and lifelong learning, resulting in positive results now and long after completion of her courses and work. Congratulations, Professor.
Please welcome Dr. Cheryl Tobler to the stage. Dr. Tobler has been a professor at Montgomery College since 2009. She has also taught at James Madison University, at the University of Maryland. Her area of expertise is ethnomusicology. She was also a guest lecturer at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland and the College of William and Mary, among many other institutions. Since she believes that music provides insights into how people communicate, she requires her students to interview a local musician as a fieldwork project to discover how music has influenced them and their community. This assignment enhances their interviewing, critical thinking, and research skills. Congratulations, Dr. Tobler. I'd like to welcome Professor Lisa Wan to the stage. Professor Wan is dedicated to teaching mathematics to all students at Montgomery College and teaches a spectrum of courses ranging from pre-algebra to calculus. She takes advantage of professional development to introduce innovative pedagogy in her courses, including incorporating group work activities and experiments that demonstrate the need for quadratic functions. Very, very good. Congratulations, Professor Wan. Let's have a round of applause for all our awardees. You exemplify the excellent Montgomery College has to offer. Congratulations to all of you. Now, please welcome Dr. Pollard back to the stage to present the Staff, Part-Time Faculty, and Full-Time Faculty Member of the Year Awards. Dr. Pollard.
So I get to do the as they call this, of the Year Award. So I'm quite delighted to present our first award for our Montgomery College Staff of the Year Award. Mr. Akar Chow Win has worked at Montgomery College since 2008. Woohoo! Let me tell you a little bit about him. He is currently the MCTV Program Acquisition and Outreach Specialist, but has worked in other capacities at the college, including Multimedia Assistant Specialist and MCTV Head End Operator and Programmer Assistant. In one nomination letter, he is described as, quote, an outstanding employee with exceptional customer service, end quote, who has earned a reputation for being selfless, hardworking, and student-centered. His 9 letters of support all referenced his consistently positive attitude, patience, and helpfulness. He is described as a problem solver, always taking initiative to improve efficiencies and effectiveness while inspiring his students, interns, and colleagues alike. Several colleagues described how he taught them valuable technical skills so they could accomplish them independently rather than having to rely on him for help. Quote, by his active knowledge sharing, he has empowered us to do more with the tools that we have on hand. I have never had a colleague who sets the bar as high as Akar, said one. Another said, quote, in my 10 years of working at Montgomery College, I have not witnessed an employee with more proactive, accountable, and problem-solving approaches to doing their jobs on a daily basis. Throughout these letters, tales abound of Akar doing more task or another, one task or another that did not fall within his job description. His colleagues even designed a complex map to visualize his many terrific qualities and contributions to the college. More than anything, there was a resounding sense that he is a model of civility and exemplary team player. He asks more than any other question, what can I do to help? I would be remiss if I didn't mention that he has also earned an associate's degree and then a baccalaureate degree and is now working on a master's degree, all while employed at Montgomery College. For this reason and so many more, I am proud to present Akar with the Montgomery College Staff of the Year for 2018. Now I have the honor of presenting the Montgomery College Part-Time Faculty of the Year Award. Dr. Cam Yee has been teaching at Montgomery College since 2003. Would you like to come up, please? He began his career here at the college in the Department of Engineering, Physical, and Computer Science. And Dr. Yee has been a popular, highly effective instructor at the college for 15 years. As his one student says, he is awesome. His lectures are terrific. He keeps the class engaging and fun at all time, even though the class is 2 hours and 40 minutes long. Not only is he described as an amazing instructor by multiple students, he is praised for bringing his disciplines to life with vivid, enthusiastic lectures and in-class demonstrations of real working circuits and other electrical equipment. His attention to different learning styles is also lauded widely. One struggling student wrote that he had dropped out of engineering at another institution and concluded that he had no talent in the area. Quote, "It was Dr. Yee's flexibility that opened the door for me to find the best learning style for me, to become the best engineering student that I could become. From that point forward, my academic experience was transformed," end quote. Dr. Yee has been equally inspiring outside of the classroom, where he tutors students in engineering, physics, and math, and has mentored students in undergraduate research opportunities. On several occasions, he has volunteered to hold student review sessions in the week of final exams, when students are usually most stressed about their performance. And over the years, he has generously donated his own time and efforts to guide students to the Maryland Science Bowl and to help them prepare for the Beacon Honors Conference. For his boundless commitment to students, his creativity, and his passion for teaching and learning, this year's award for Part-Time Faculty Member of the Year goes to Dr. Cam Yee. And finally, but last but not least, the Montgomery College Full-Time Professor of the Year goes to Ms. Deborah Grubb, Assistant Professor of Criminal Justice at the college, where she has worked here for 4 years. Would you please come forward? As a faculty leader, an innovator, and a committed instructor, she is highly respected by her colleagues and students. Professor Grubb's service to students takes on many forms. On the practical side, she was instrumental in the creation of an online AAS degree, which allows students more flexibility in class time and location, and the creation of the Z degree in criminal justice, which makes it more affordable. These efforts directly serve critical student needs of time and funding. Professor Grubb embraces anything that will improve student success. She worked tirelessly as a criminal justice coordinator shortly after arriving at the college. She was engaged deeply with the General Studies redesign and efforts to ensure the transferability of Montgomery College credits to other academic institutions. And Professor Grubb also embraces innovation when it serves students. She placed embedded coaches in 4 sections that she taught, adding another layer of support to her material. Her passion for teaching is described in glowing terms by her students, her colleagues, and by the chair of her department. A fellow faculty member wrote, quote, "I have come to know Professor Grubb to be a conscientious, generous, and engaged colleague," end quote. A student wrote that, quote, "Mrs. Grubb's unique teaching style stimulates participation, curiosity, and questions, so that the 50-minute class inevitably seemed too short for our lively debates and conversation." Now that's just magic, I just have to say. Another called her teaching style, quote, "comprehensive, engaging, and passionate." Professor Grubb's service as the president of the Law, Government, Public Safety, and Administration Program Advisory Committee has helped to align her discipline more closely with industry needs and transfer institutions. And finally, Ms. Grubb is a student herself, working toward a PhD in criminology, law, and society at George Mason University. Being a student, oh, go ahead, give it up, that's a big thing. Being a student gives her a teaching vitality that draws students in while keeping her attuned to the latest pedagogy. As her multiple reviewers captured, Professor Grubb is a model for faculty excellence at Montgomery College, and it gives me great pleasure to award her the Montgomery College Full-Time Faculty Member of the Year 2018. I will now call Ms. Latimer back up to give us our dispensation here, right?
It's both inspiring and humbling to stand before this group of assembled people, and I hope you have found this morning both inspiring and enjoyable. Truly a celebration of the incredible accomplishments of the year by a really incredible group of people. I have a few more mundane things, and those are the announcements before we conclude. For those of you attending the AAUP meeting, please remain in this auditorium. The SEIU meeting is located in HT 122. The Ask Me meeting is located in HT 123. And for those of you unfamiliar with HT, those are the two classrooms right here on the other side of the atrium. There is a poster board session held by the Office of Equity and Inclusion on the second floor of the HT building. If you didn't have a chance to see it before the meeting, please stop by upstairs. Again, the atrium right here. Please be sure to look at the discipline meeting schedule, as the start times vary depending upon your discipline. Lunch is on your own, but the cafeteria is open from 12 to 2. This concludes our program. Thank you for helping to make this possible. Our IT folks, thank you. Have a wonderful summer and the rest of the day.